It's HBR1, All Things Considered, and I'm Dave Lawrence. Actress Sarah Wayne Callies grew up in Honolulu before striking it big first in Prison Break and more recently in The Walking Dead. The Punahou grad took time to speak with us on a recent trip home. During her debut Atherton Performing Arts studio visit, she shared some of her earliest Hawaii experiences.
One of my earliest memories is having my fingers completely sticky with tangerine juice. The first place we lived in was like Upper Manoa. I think we even had some lychee then. I don't know why we moved away from a house that had lychee. I'm sure there was a good reason. And mountain apple, and just food. Hawaii's 90% about food to me.
And that's what she was just saying before the interview, too, trying to stock up on like malasadas and all the different local items that we have here. From what I've read, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize if any of this stuff is wrong, your parents are UH professors?
Yeah, my mom just retired, but yeah, she was at UH for I think 35 years.
Where did the acting bug bite you? When did it bite you?
Well, my mom taught in the UH English department, and she teaches Renaissance literature, which is more or less Shakespeare. Through her, I was exposed to lots and lots of productions of Shakespeare, and I remember there were auditions for As You Like It, and I knew a little bit about the play because, it was on Mom's bookshelf, and it was Shakespeare, and I was like, let's try this. I'd been in the St. Andrews Priory summer program and done plays before, but nothing serious, and I ended up getting cast as the lead, and I remember calling my mom, and I was like, hey, Mom, who's Rosalind? She's like, you have 500 lines to memorize. Good luck, kid.
And you're how old at this point?
I think it was my sophomore year.
Punahou.
Yeah. Punahou, it's a funny thing, right? Like, to some people, it's like a swear word. And it's a dirty word. Right. And to some people, it's a huge source of pride. And,
good point.
Every time I come home, the sands have shifted a little bit.
What it means.
Yeah. It was really interesting to see what happened when we all left Hawaii. We all went to school in the mainland.
Anyone go to Dartmouth with you, or are you the only one?
Of the acting gang, no, but I did go to Dartmouth with a really good friend from high school, and we now live a few blocks from each other.
Where's that you're living a few blocks?
Atlanta, in Georgia.
Right.
Walking Dead land.
Yeah. I'm fascinated, you kind of mentioned it earlier, the moving around part, the tentative nature of these gigs. They come, they go. What happened? When did it emerge that you were going to be moving to Atlanta and doing this?
Oh, for The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Well, Prison Break ended, and I was actually approached by a Canadian production company to develop a series up there. I did that. The pilot ultimately didn't work. When they didn't pick it up, I went to Nigeria, actually. One of the first bridge projects between the Nigerian film industry, which is the third largest in the world, after the US and India. And the director had seen Prison Break and just kind of on a winger. He was like, listen, do you want to come to Nigeria and make no money and live in the middle of nowhere with, roaches everywhere? And I was like, dude, I grew up in the middle of nowhere with roaches everywhere. Like, done, no problem. And they sent me the script for The Walking Dead. We had maybe 3 hours of electricity a day. I was like, look, I can't tape an audition. And this is an amazing script. It's going to go. Tell them I love them and good luck. And when I got back to the States, they still hadn't cast it.
Oh, lucky you.
Really lucky me. It's been 3 years, of the actors who started on the pilot, Andy Chandler and I are the only ones who were alive, and now there's just two of them. So there's a real deep sense of connection.
Yeah, I bet.
The first time one of our original gang got killed, the night Jeff DeMunn got killed.
Which one was Jeff? Who's he?
He played Dale. The night he died, it was night, and there was all this mist in the field, and I remember looking over at Chandler, and he was just standing by himself in the field. And I walked up to him. I was like, how you doing, buddy? And he just kind of leaned into me and just one tear. And I just thought, oh God, we're grown-ups. We know the jobs end, you move on. But this is his first set family. Wow. And so, I was like, okay, hot chocolate and cookies. It was like, that's a great idea. And so we sat down, and after that, I think all of us started paying closer attention to who is Chandler losing and what's that,
like for him.
Yeah.
All right, so the thing we should look for is it's a black sky.
Black sky, yeah.
And then maybe the African thing.
Maybe the African thing. Yeah, there's a few things up my sleeve. Movies take so much longer than television.
Right.
Hey,
that show's practically like a movie every week. You're to be commended. It's a fantastic part of your legacy. You looked great. You won people over, and you make Hawaii real proud. So just know a lot of people are really enthused, and I am personally grateful that you took time to come down here today. I hope this wasn't a hassle for you.
No, this is awesome. And hopefully the next thing it's coming down the pike, we can actually shoot in Hawaii.
Yeah, and
you can come to set and check it out.
I would love that. Will you make me a promise that next time you're back in town, will you come by and update us on your life's travels?
Absolutely.
You like our little room, the Atherton?
I love the little room.
Is this thing awesome?
Hopefully next time I get to see the NPR band.
Well, maybe you'll be in it. Do you play anything?
I don't.
Yeah, well,
I can sing.
Yeah, you can you could sing or just be a zombie.
No.
No more zombies.
I'm done with that.
The zombies are done. It is Sarah Wayne Callies, Walking Dead, a.k.a. Lori Grimes from the show, and thank you so much for being willing to do this.
Thank you for having me.